Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven, Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule.
With Christmas approaching, these vegan cinnamon rolls are just perfect for the holiday season. Enjoy freshly baked pastries with a cup of coffee or tea at this festive time. Vegan sourdough cinnamon roll are one of two, classic style and German style Franzbrötchen. Continue watching to discover more.
Vegan can't resist the choice of pure benevolence.
Puisnu in Yenish is for hello, a language that's spoken by Yenish people in Germany. I am Olga. Christmas is approaching, and on this annual festival, we commemorate the birth of Lord Jesus Christ, vegetarian, who showed us the way of eternal liberation and taught us how to live a virtuous and peaceful life. The friendly and kind Yenish people wish you a season full of light and laughter for you and your loved ones. Welcome to our show, Vegan Sourdough Cinnamon Roll, Part 1 of 2, Classic Style and German Style Franzbrötchen. Cinnamon rolls are basically sweet pastries with different varieties, such as cinnamon bun, cinnamon swirl, cinnamon Danish, and cinnamon snail. They are served in many parts of Northern Europe and North America. Each region has its own variation. In Sweden and Finland, the Boston cake is a cinnamon roll, baked in a round cake pan, so that they stick together to form a large round cake. Both these countries also observe National Cinnamon Bun Day on October 4th. In Germany, its variety, known as Franzbrötchen, originated from Hamburg and its surroundings and is inspired by the French croissant. Cinnamon spice is the ingredient that gives the roll its distinctive flavor. It has been used since ancient times, and Indonesia is currently the world's leading producer of cinnamon, accounting for 41% of the overall global output, followed by China, Olag or Vietnam, and Sri Lanka. Today, we will share with you veganized cinnamon roll recipes in the classic style and the German style Franzbrötchen. Let's first make the sourdough starter. Pour 80 milliliters of warm water into a bowl. Add 1.5 grams of vegan instant yeast and mix well. Add 100 grams of all-purpose flour. Stir gently until the ingredients form a soft lump. The sourdough will help to enhance the flavor, make the texture finer, improve the elasticity, and make it chewier. Cover the bowl with a cotton cloth. Keep it at 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius for 5 hours before using it. The sourdough starters can be stored in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. For the cinnamon roll dough, we will mix the wet ingredients first. Pour 70 milliliters of warm water into a container. Add 20 to 30 grams of vegan sugar, according to personal preference, and then add 3 grams of vegan instant yeast. Mix well till the ingredients are dissolved. We'll use the sourdough starter in this recipe. You may use less or no instant yeast, but it will require a longer time to ferment. Then add 35 ml of soy milk and 15 ml of vegetable oil. Stir well and set aside for 5 to 10 minutes to activate the yeast. Next, we mix the dry ingredients. We have 200 grams of all-purpose flour in a large mixing bowl. Add 3 grams of baking powder, 25 grams of vegan sugar, and 1 gram of salt. Mix well. We will use 50 grams of sourdough, which has been sitting for about 5 hours. Now tear it into small pieces. Stir and mix well. Next, add the wet ingredients we prepared earlier. Add just a portion at a time and keep stirring till the dough mixture is well mixed. Then knead the dough till the sides of the mixing bowl are free of dry flour and the mixture forms a lump. Transfer the dough to a larger bowl. Cover it with a lid and set aside for around 30 to 45 minutes to ferment, and wait till the dough doubles in size. The ideal temperature is 28 degrees Celsius, but if the temperature is lower, move it to a warmer place and retime again. We will now prepare the vegan cinnamon filling powder. Firstly, sift 55 grams of vegan dark brown sugar to remove any clumps. This will give an even and consistent layer of filling when we sprinkle it on the dough later. Vegan dark brown sugar is refined vegan white sugar with added molasses, a syrup with a caramel flavor, deep color, minerals, and B vitamins. Now add 6 grams of sifted cinnamon powder, followed by 15 grams of vegan sugar powder. Stir and mix the ingredients well, then set aside for later use. This is the fermented dough, which has now expanded to twice its original size. Dust some flour on the kneading surface and transfer the fermented dough onto it. Dust the dough with some flour and start hand kneading by continuing to fold the dough. If the dough is wet and sticky, dust some more flour on it and continue to knead. The dough is ready when it is smooth, holds its shape, and does not stick to the hands or the kneading surface. Then shape the dough into an elongated roll. Cover the dough and leave it to rest for 5 minutes. This will relax the gluten and the dough's elasticity, making it easier to roll out. After the dough has rested for 5 minutes, pull and loosen it by hand so that it is easier to turn it into a rectangular shape. You can use a rolling pin to shape it. Arrange a piece of cling wrap under the dough. This is to prevent the dough from sticking onto the kneading surface and makes it easier to roll the dough. The cling wrap can be reused. You can also dust some dry flour underneath to replace the cling wrap. Roll and shape the dough into a rectangle of about 20 by 40 centimeters. Apply an even layer of vegetable oil on the rolled out dough. leaving 1 centimeter on the rightmost edge, free of the oil. Sprinkle the cinnamon filling powder, which we prepared earlier, evenly over the entire rectangular dough, except for the unoiled area at the rightmost edge. Gently roll the dough into a cylindrical shape, starting from the left side to the right. Put it back in the cling wrap and tightly twist both ends of the cling wrap. Then place it in the freezer. After 10 minutes, the filled dough roll will be firm enough for cutting. Remove it from the freezer. Sprinkle some flour on the kneading surface. We can now cut the filled dough roll into 8 equal parts, using a cotton thread, starting from the center of the roll. Place each cut roll onto a baking tray. As the rolls will expand during fermentation, they need to be kept apart. Cover the tray with a lid and leave them to ferment. Now they are doubled in size. To give them a glossy finish after baking, brush each roll with a vegan glaze. To prepare the vegan glaze, add 20 milliliters of hot water to 10 grams of instant soy milk powder and 3 tablespoons of powdered vegan sugar, and mix until well incorporated. Then add 20 milliliters of the concentrated coconut milk mixture and 30 milliliters of coconut oil, and stir until smooth without any lumps. Bake the rolls for 18 minutes in a preheated oven, with temperatures at the top and bottom of the oven, set at 180 degrees Celsius. Now, our delicious classic-style vegan cinnamon rolls are ready. We can also cut the dough roll differently to form the unique shape of the vegan Franzbrötchen cinnamon rolls. Let's see how this is done. We have prepared another dough roll. Let's start by making out the shape of a trapezoid on the roll with a cutter. Use a cotton thread to cut the dough roll into 8 equal trapezoid-shaped portions. Place the cut portions with the wide side facing downwards. Then use the wooden handle of a spoon or a similar device, pressing on the middle of the small side of the roll. This will give the Franzbrötchen its unique shape. You may press the handle down more to make the final product flatter. After they have doubled in size, brush each roll with the vegan glaze. Now this is what we have after baking. Wow! These Franzbrötchen look great and smell heavenly. I can't wait to try them.
Ingredients. For all ingredients, please use organic versions if available. For the sourdough starter, the ingredients are 100 grams of all-purpose flour, 80 milliliters of warm water, 35 degrees Celsius, 1.5 grams of vegan instant yeast. For the dough, the ingredients are dry ingredients, 200 grams of all-purpose flour, 3 grams of baking powder, 25 grams of vegan sugar, 1 gram of salt, 50 grams of sourdough. Wet ingredients: 70 milliliters of warm water, 35 degrees Celsius, 35 milliliters of warm soy milk, 35 degrees Celsius, 3 grams of vegan instant yeast, 25 to 30 grams of vegan sugar, 15 grams of vegetable oil. For the vegan cinnamon filling, the ingredients are 55 grams of vegan dark brown sugar, 15 grams of vegan sugar powder, 6 grams of cinnamon powder. For the vegan glaze, the ingredients are 10 grams of instant soy milk powder, 3 tablespoons of powdered vegan sugar, 20 milliliters of hot water, 20 milliliters of concentrated coconut milk, 30 milliliters of coconut oil.
All the Sikh gurus in 6 of their times were pure vegetarians. Sadhguru Pratap Singh Ji, vegetarian.
Gracious viewers, thank you for spending time with us on our show today. We are sure you will have lots of fun making these lovely and delicious vegan cinnamon rolls. Do join us again next week for part 2 of our show, when we will share with you more light and sweet cinnamon rolls, beautifully shaped in the form of butterflies and roses. Up next is God's Grace and World Prayer for a Total Global Change, part 1 of 6, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May you have a lovely day and God bless.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach. For free international vegan recipes and for language availability, please visit suprememastertv.com/VEG and suprememastertv.com/schedule.